All right, my name is Captain Mike Littlefield. I'm out of Newport, Rhode Island. I run a 1985 31 BHM lobster boat out of the State Pier in Newport. I do a lot of commercial fishing, rod and reel. I haul some sea bass pots, scup pots, and I do a lot of the fishing charters also based out of Newport, Rhode Island. I mostly fish from May 15th all the way to January 1st. And we're fishing for anything from ground fish all the way up to the giant bluefin tuna. We're traveling anywhere from 4 miles offshore up to 100 miles offshore. So the main factor why we decided to go with something like the capacitor was that safety reasons offshore. I know that's going to start that engine every time I push that button. The batteries that we had on board, all the wet cells 8Ds, were a pain because you always had to keep adding water to them. They were heavy. The boat's not that big, but trying to fit these 8Ds down inside the hull, it's backbreaking work basically. So we got a chance to eliminate 2 8D batteries and replace them with 2 Group 31 AGMs. We put them in parallel and we connected the capacitor to those Group 31s. Those Group 31s have more than enough power to charge that capacitor up. So I know every time I go to push that button to start the engine, it's going to crank over no problem at all. The best feature about that capacitor is 30 seconds to recharge it. If it doesn't start for some odd reason, you wait 30 seconds. Those Group 31s have enough power supply in those batteries to charge that capacitor again, and then you get another start on it. The installation was very simple. Anybody who's got a little bit of a marine background and wiring electronics, they can wire that up, and it took me less than 45 minutes to make the cables and to wire it all up correctly. Very, very simple. Anybody can do it who owns a boat. As you can see, down here is the capacitor. It's small enough you can mount it anywhere. You have small space, hard to get to. You can mount them upside down. You can mount them flat like this, the way I got mine. And the way I ran mine was I have the alternator wire going up to our charging relay. You can see over here. And the charging relay I have going to my starting bank first. A lot of people do the house bank first. I do the starting bank first because they're actually smaller batteries. They're going to charge a lot faster than my 8D AGM batteries for the house bank. So the Group 31s top off first. I know I'm good. Now I know I have enough power for the capacitor. And then after the 31s are charged, the relay switches over to the house bank, my 2 8Ds. So I'm never going to run out of juice. Like I said before, it's very, very simple to run. Just make sure you use nice thick 1/0 cables, going to your starter and your ground wire here. And that's pretty much it. It's very, very satisfying know that if I'm 100 miles offshore, that this boat is going to start no problem. One crank, it starts right up. It's got more than enough power to start the engine right up. I was always having problems before with the wet cell batteries. Sometimes if they drain and you don't have that starting power, that they'll crank right up for you. So